Welcome to the Fear and Greed Business News Afternoon Report for Friday, the 15th of March, 2024. I'm Sean Aylmer. Every afternoon, we've got the 5 stories that happened today that you need to know about. Story number 1, the S&P ASX 200 closed down 0.6% today to 7,670 points, taking the loss for the week to about 2.2%. Mind you, a week ago, the bourse hit a new record, so the pullback isn't unexpected. Most of the top 10 stocks fell today. Commonwealth Bank and Westpac both dropped more than 1%, although NAB closed a touch higher. Fortescue Metals Group and Rio Tinto were off more than 2%, while BHP ended 1.6% lower. CSL and Transurban Group were lower. Others to fall hard today include James Hardie Industries, Aristocrat Leisure, WiseTech Global, and gold leader Northern Star Resources. Some of the worst performers were the battery metals groups, Liontown Resources, Arcadium, Lithium, and Pilbara Minerals. Energy giants Woodside and Santos bucked the trend on the back of higher oil prices. In fact, the best performer on the ASX 200 was an energy group, Strike Energy. It finished up more than 6%. Telstra also bucked the trend, finishing up more than 1%. In corporate news, the financial software business Iris said it will sell its UK mortgage business to private equity group Bain Capital. And EML Payments said it's agreed to sell its Centennial Payments business for just over $50 million. Story number 2, aged care workers will get another pay rise, this time of up to 13.5%, after the Fair Work Commission found their work has been undervalued. It follows an interim judgment last year that gave more than 250,000 direct care workers a 15% pay rise. Put that together, getting close to 30%. The Commission found there had been historic gender bias against female aged care workers, which led to lower remuneration. But rather than awarding an across-the-board increase for direct aged care workers, the Commission has awarded a series of further increases on top of the 15% awarded last year. They range from 13.5% for personal care workers with Level 5 certification to 3.2% for Level 2 certified workers. Health Services Union Chief Gerard Hayes said this would see the average pay rates rise from about $23 an hour to about $32.50 an hour. Story number 3, a British judge has ruled that Brisbane-born computer scientist Craig Wright did not invent Bitcoin, ending speculation, at least legally, that's been going on for about a decade. Mr. Wright claimed to be Bitcoin inventor Satoshi Nakamoto, and after a 6-week case in London, High Court Judge James Mellor said that the evidence is overwhelming that Dr. Wright's claims are false, and he's not the author of the Bitcoin white paper that kicked things off back in 2008. Justice Mellor said his written judgment will come in due course. Now, that white paper explained how Bitcoin would work and triggered the cryptocurrency's creation. Satoshi disappeared in 2011, seemingly with a cache of Bitcoin that would now be worth about $110 billion. Dr. Wright wanted to establish that he is Satoshi and claim ownership of the intellectual property of Bitcoin. Not to be. Story number 4, the boss of Tabcorp has quit after the board launched an investigation into whether he used inappropriate and offensive language. Adam Reitenskild resigned after the board became aware of the allegations. Mr. Reitenskild allegedly suggested that he could provide sexual favours to a female Victorian regulator last year if she gave the group a lucrative licence, according to the Financial Review. No one's commenting on the record about the allegations, though the Victorian Gambling and Casino Control Commission chairwoman, Fran Thorne, stated that the Commission acknowledges the resignation of Tabcorp CEO following allegations of inappropriate comments made about a female regulatory official. Tabcorp Chair Bruce Ackhurst will become Executive Chair until a replacement is found. Mr. Reitenskild will forfeit all incentive payments, which could be worth up to $10 million. The news sent Tabcorp's share price down to 6% today. And finally, story number 5, The Australian has released its list of the richest 250 Aussies, and the number of billionaires has now reached 159, while there are 20 under 40-year-olds on the list. Gina Rinehart comes in at number 1 again, then Andrew and Nicola Forrest at equal second. Remember, they're no longer a couple. The Pratt family of VisiBox fame are number 4, and then property developer Harry Triguboff. Then come Atlassian duo Mike Cannon-Brooks and Scott Farquhar. Clive Palmer's in there, making up the top 10. Seven West's Kerry Stokes, and Canva couple Cliff Obrecht and Melanie Perkins. The best way to become rich, it seems, is to be a property baron. That's it for the afternoon report for Friday, the 15th of March, 2024. Don't forget to hit follow on the podcast and find Fear and Greed on LinkedIn, Instagram, X, TikTok, and Facebook. Join Michael Thompson and I tomorrow morning for the weekend Fast 5 by Fear and Greed. I'm Sean Aylmer. Enjoy your evening.